So here we are, day 2 of Aragon Border Bash. We've been caught out in a bit of rain. We're getting bashed by Aragon. Had some pretty epic riding. So as part of this week's vlog, I thought I'd take you on the journey that is the Aragon Border Bash and show you a little bit about what this amazing event is all about. Hope you guys enjoy. Guys, welcome back and welcome to another adventure installment on the vlogs. The travel has begun while a few weeks back I was in Japan. This last weekend I spent 3 days in Aragon as part of the Border Bash series, along with a whole bunch of my Velocio teammates. My mate Stephen and I set off from Girona and made our way 3.5 hours west to the foothills of the Pyrenees to our base in Aragon, at an amazing little campground with about 50 other athletes from all around the world. I haven't been on gravel properly, aside from 3 Everest last year, for about 2 years, and I'm stoked to be riding the new Specialized Diverge STR. Yes, this is the bike with the dual suspension / future shock, front and rear, and yes, this bike is epic, but that's the topic for another video. We've got our bikes all set up, we picked up our show bags, attached our name tags, no race numbers here, just name badges, it's all about being social. So the event itself was split across 3 days. Day 1 was super chill and the weather was super pleasant. 50 kilometers and around 1,000 meters of vert. It was nice to get acquainted with the gravel again and find my rhythm while socializing with the other riders. Slack lines carrying our bikes over the rivers, but there was also rivers that were conquered on foot and on bike. Pretty epic, to be honest. That evening a local band provided the entertainment, but with a longer day on the cards for day 2, we got an early night. So day 2 was the Queen stage, 134 kilometers in length. I spent the day riding with my mate Stephen from the US. It was honestly an amazing day on the bike. Incredible scenery, testing terrain at times. Check out these views. It's an insane place to ride. Basically exploring these local roads. And I'm actually loving this STR, the rear suspension on this gravel. Although it doesn't look that rough, it's pretty rough in places and it's just super comfy.
I feel like these guys are novelty gen.
River crossing time. No better way to clean the white shoes than with a bit of a river crossing. And all capped off with a healthy downpour of rain. I seem to attract the rain wherever I go, so beware. Well, we've been struck down by the weather that was tempting fate all day. And we're in a pretty nice part of the world, so no complaint. This time we're hiking the bikes down the hills because definitely not my skill set, so walking down to safer ground. A pretty testing day, to be honest. There were sections of 20%, both up and down, that required some serious hiker bike. At times, I was kind of bummed that I couldn't ride the terrain, because at the end of the day, I personally am all about the riding, and not so much the hiking. But hey, in certain instances, you have to hike to reach the spots that are less ridden, and in this case, it was definitely worth hiking to get to those spots. Later that evening, the bunch enjoyed some drinks and shared some stories about the day that was. One of my favourite things, to be honest, about these trips is this time that you spend with the people after the ride. Just sharing stories about the day that was, sharing stories about the type of riding that different people undertake, I guess day to day, but also as part of their structure as an athlete. So there was obviously, riders like myself that do crazy things on a bike, but there was also riders that are just there to enjoy the scenery. There was riders there that were on old bikes that were just keen to explore the region. It's cool, and it's a really nice way to see, different ways that different people use the bike as a form of enjoyment. The highlight for day 2 was, aside from the amazing riding, the evening's entertainment. Local dancers treated us to some local festivities after dinner. Again, great to see this cultural side of a region we're not familiar with. The third and final day wrapped up with a shorter ride and a trip back to Girona. Bad place to be, not a bad place to be. So you're probably wondering, is Aragon a place you should ride? Without a doubt, I would say yes. The roads are amazing, but in particular, the gravel roads are incredible. And the ability to lose yourself in the mountains, yeah, we're talking remote mountains, is really simple. What I would say though is that you should keep an eye on the weather. Especially in the mountains, the weather can roll in quickly. We got caught out on Saturday with some nasty weather, but we were lucky in that we had the right equipment to see us get through safely. Good clothing, warm clothing, and plenty of spares. The gravel in Aragon is rough, and I would say to carry at least 2 or 3 gas canisters, plus your puncture protection kit, your plugs, if that's what you want to call them, and potentially some tubes or tube patches. Definitely take them with you. You are out in the middle of nowhere and there are no places to resupply, so be sure to take the things with you. And yeah, I guess that's it from me, guys. It's been a great couple of days in Aragon. I really enjoyed it. I'd recommend it. I'm going to put the links down below to where we rode, so that if you do fancy riding in this part of the world, you have some trails to follow. See you guys next week.